should be live. Yeah, let me send that up. Discord notification. Also, feel free to join my Discord. I don't think I have it public, but pretty much when I'm live, I usually just post it in the chat. It's not that it's hidden or anything, but yeah. Anyways, put my headphones in here. Today I'm going to be hunting Bruxish, a really cool shiny Pokemon, and I do not have yet. And I saw I had a mass outbreak, so I figured that's where I would start off here. If I need to adjust any of the volume, let me know. Alright, let me just get a sandwich started right here, right out the gate. So I figured Psychic Sandwich would be the best for Bruxish. So let me see what I need for that. Where is Psychic? Onion. Onion, salty, and sour. Seems easy enough. Hey Kimberly. Welcome to the stream. How's everything going? I know it's late there. Great to see you. Alright. So let me grab my salty and sour herba. And that should be good. Yo, what is up, Husker Mandy? It is great to see you. Shout out to Husker Mandy. How's everything going? Yo, actually, I think I still have this Jigglypuff that I was supposed to trade you. Do you remember that? You're doing okay? That's good to know. Hopefully we can turn that okay into great. So yeah, I'm gonna start off making a Psychic Sandwich here. And then I'm gonna head over to this outbreak and start knocking Pokemon out. They did announce that there's gonna be Emboar coming this week. Dang that. The lighting caught me off guard there. I thought that was a shiny for a second. I was like, wait, what? Alright, let's head over. Ah, wait, look. How could I not just... I remember when I first started playing this game, I was obsessive with getting all the items. You have some bad news? No, I haven't heard. I hope it's nothing, well, I mean, I don't even know what to expect, honestly. Right. Could not get away from me. This thing actually wants to fight me right now. Oops, I accidentally hit Rain Dance. Oh my... Are you serious? That's horrible news. I'm really sorry to hear that. That must be really tough for you and your family. Dang, what? I had no idea. Rest in peace, that's really horrible. Dang. I honestly don't even know really what to say about that. That's just tragic. He was, I met him as, he was another streamer, content creator on Twitch. I met him before at a Go Fest. I think it was Seattle. This is just really unfortunate news to hear. I had no idea. I'm really sorry to hear that. Poor Amber. You know, I feel really bad. Yeah. Rest in peace. That's really just tragic to hear. I'll reach out to you when I'm done streaming. I'm sorry, that's just horrible to hear. Wait, is that it? Oh no, it's just It is a little hard for me to see. I mean, the shiny is very different, so I think once we get the shiny, it'll stick out more, but yeah, maybe just because it's dark or the lighting in this area. Yeah. Pretty much, Kimberly. I'm really sorry to hear that, for real. That's just terrible news. It's okay. Honestly, it's fine. Like, I'm glad that you told me. Hey Alfie, how are you, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, no, for sure. Like, it's okay, like, I know you, so it's like fine. If that's like, I totally understand like why you'd want to tell me. Yeah, it's okay, don't worry, like, honestly, I'm just kind of like taken aback. Like when you said bad news, I was just thinking like, what could it possibly be? I was not expecting that, but honestly, it's just like a tragic event. He must have been struggling. Or like, was it like, who knows? Like, I don't actually know what happened. Like, he seemed healthy from my perspective. But I don't want to like, talk too much about it, you know? We can always talk about it off stream, private. That is true. Like, he has a daughter, and he did a lot of streams with her, and I know she loved going live with him. There's a lot of memories that you'll have cherished, for sure. It's kind of an interesting era we live in, you know, having all this like stuff documented. But yeah, I'll definitely reach out to you when I'm done streaming to talk more. Alright, so pretty much I'm in that little outbreak right now, and I'm just knocking out some Bruxish to get my odds up. But I do have a Psychic Sandwich going also. So, yeah. This is a cool shiny, so I am kind of excited to get this one in my collection. It did have some niche play in VGC occasionally too. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's a tragic situation. Dang, it's kind of crazy. So, I was even thinking maybe opening up my... Like, maybe I'd be down after I catch my Bruxish shiny to do some, like, group union circle stuff on stream today. That could be cool. It's been a while since we've done something like that here on the stream. But we'll see, like, whenever I get to that point, I think I'll maybe make a union circle So if you're around for that, that'd be cool. Yeah, it's kind of a crazy month in general. I'm gonna be going to Vegas this weekend. We're gonna go see my girlfriend's dad. And then next weekend is my birthday. It's kind of crazy. And we're also getting out of town for that, which is, we're going up to Fresno for that. Maybe that doesn't sound that exciting. If you know what I'm talking about. But, yeah. Maeve, am I saying her name right? Congratulations on your new niece, by the way, that's awesome. Yo, awesome, sounds good. I appreciate the lurk while you're chilling at work. Alright. If I'm not mistaken, the shiny is like, has like red. So it should stick out. Yeah, me and Danielle are coming on, I think, Saturday. We're spending some time with her dad. We have some reservations at a restaurant. From, I think it's like Gordon Ramsay restaurant. I can't remember which one though. It's not Hell's Kitchen. And then, yeah, Sunday we're supposed to come back during the morning. I think we're leaving on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. We might actually leave Friday, because I don't think I have anything I'm doing at work really too important on Friday. Yeah, dude, me too, Alfie. I recently, like over the last year, I started working remote. It's crazy. I had to get used to that. I mean, like, there's days I have a lot of stuff I gotta do, but being able to do it from my home is awesome. I was working 2 jobs, like, a couple months, like, I was working that job and another job for a while, but I pretty much left my restaurant job because I didn't really need to be working it. And it was just kind of, like, toxic a little bit. As much as I like working in kitchens, there's still just, like, downsides working with certain types of people. I'll definitely let you know, for sure. That'd be... I'll talk to Danielle about it. I'm sure she'll be interested. Aw, they're all calling you Aunt Kimberly. That's great. That's a great feeling, you know? Speaking of, like, nieces, my sister, her daughter, actually just turned 4 years old yesterday. She was sending us pictures. Pretty cute. She recorded her talking to us, like, trying to say, like, love you, family, and stuff. It was so adorable. So cute, you know? Let's see. Still not really seeing a shiny Bruxish. Feels like it's been night forever, but we honestly haven't been playing that long. Thank you. Her name's Hazley. She's pretty cute. That's nice. So they like pretty much hook you up when everyone shows up. That's good. Yeah, being an auntie must be awesome. It's like, I'm sure it's like the same kind of feel as like being an uncle. Like when I visit my sister, it's fun like hanging out with the kids. Like I have a nephew, he's actually 8 years old right now. It's crazy. He was born pretty much right before I moved out to California. It's funny because I feel like for the last few years I've been saying I lived in California for 6 years, but it's actually been like 8 years. I can't believe it. I've been living out here for like 8 years. It's insane. How? Time is flying, dude. Like what the heck? That's so crazy to me to think about. Where are you? Bruxish. How much time do I got left? 16 minutes. Yeah, I haven't even been hunting that long. It just feels like an eternity. I think it's because the water, like the frame rate always drops. It feels weird. It's like a hyperbolic time chamber. Well, let me actually go further. You've been in Vegas for like 5.5 years now. How do you like it over there? When Maeve grows up, you want her to like pizza? I think there's a high chance of that happening. I feel like pizza is like one of those foods that most people like because you can do so much to it. You know, even if you don't like all pizza, you like some sort of pizza, right? And like, even the people that don't like pizza, they try to make some sort of dish that is similar to pizza. Maybe with like different ingredients, you know, like no gluten or something, I don't know. Pizza is just that good. Oh, 5 years and 2 months. Yeah, I understand that. 100%. Like sometimes, I feel like a similar way about like living in California. I don't actually want to live here anymore. Like I don't need to live here. And honestly, it's like, I feel like since the pandemic it's gotten like, especially like, I don't know, this past year, it feels like everything has skyrocketed in price. This feels like such a waste of money. Where are you, Bruxish? You don't like pineapple on pizza? Dude, I love pineapple on pizza. I feel like this, it's like insane to me that people just hate it so much. The thing about pineapple on pizza is that if they don't cook it right, it can be just soggy and disgusting. Like if they put too much pineapple on it, like say they pull pineapple straight out of one of those little, like, you know, cans or whatever, and they just dump that on there like as a ring, like no, that's not how you're supposed to make pineapple pizza. You have to use pineapple sparingly. Like just enough pineapple to add like a sweet flavor to the pizza, reward you with a nice chunk of pineapple. I don't know, I feel like it's good. Plus you gotta put the Canadian bacon on it, not like regular bacon. It needs to be like a certain type. But yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I can change people's preference on pineapple pizza. But I am a fan. Like I legitimately, that's like my actual default favorite pizza. Pineapple pizza. I feel like that might scare some people, but I love pineapple on pizza. But like I said, I've had pineapple on pizza that was just terrible. So I can kind of get, maybe that was the experience you've had. It's just really bad pineapple on pizza. Like putting fruit on pizza in general is just kind of like taboo. Unless you realize a tomato is a fruit. It then changes everything. Yeah, it's good that you're able to see her. I'm sure she'll need you there more than ever right now. Yep, still not seeing one. Yeah, I'm saying, like, when she gets older and she's able to eat pizza, Kimberly, I'm sure she'll love it. So I don't think you'll have to worry. I'm sure you and your niece, Maeve, are gonna have some pizza parties when she gets older. Something to look forward to, right? Yeah, I feel like everyone has like a different palate too, you know? So, everyone will have their preference. Like I said, I'm not sitting here trying to change anyone's opinion on pineapple and pizza, but for all those closet pineapple lovers that are too afraid to step forward in a world of anti-pineapple, I'm here for you, brothers. Brothers and sisters. I like pineapple on pizza a lot. I will start the movement. You don't have to live in fear no longer, my pineapple brethren. That's awesome. I'm glad she'll like get some time to go on a little trip. And I'm glad that you've been able to spend time with her. Let's see. Alright. I don't think I knocked out the max yet, but this is a pretty good isolated spot for this. I guess I should pay attention to the Frigoraph and such too, because technically I could be finding a shiny. I mean, it's mainly the nose that I'll notice if they have like a blue nose. Kids are weird with food. Yours is 4 now until he turned like 38, whatever he gave him now. Everyone. Yeah, you know what? Kids are crazy. That's like the age where kids change. For sure. Like from 3 to 4. I don't know, that's what I've noticed. It feels like there's like this huge shift in like preference. Like maybe they're like starting to like understand what they like more. You know what I mean? Like maybe they're able to discern between different things. So maybe that's what's happening. Have I played Tears of the Kingdom? I think a little bit. I've never really played it, no. But I think I've played... No, I've never played any of it, actually. That's the one on the Switch, right? Yeah, I haven't played any of it. I do want to play, though. Honestly, would that be something that people would be interested in if I did more variety games on this channel? Instead of just playing Pokemon all the time? I mean, sometimes I do post other stuff, like Final Fantasy, and, you know, I did Power World for a couple streams. But I mean, I could play, like, some other variety games, also. I could do, like, a first impression, like a first playthrough of a game that, you know, like, Tears of the Kingdom, for example, I've never played that. I don't really know much about it, either. So if I streamed it, it would pretty much be completely new to me trying to figure out everything, the controls. I don't know, maybe if that's like one of your favorite games, that'd be kind of interesting to see. Let's see. Yeah, Pokemon ROM hack, something like that. I have wanted to do a Nuzlocke, and I've never done one. I've never done a Nuzlocke. It's on my to-do list. And I actually always forget that I want to do one until we talk about it. Right. Thanks for tuning in today, by the way, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. Summer starts on the 21st of this month. At least in this hemisphere of the world. But yeah. Pretty excited. My birthday is on the 22nd, the day right after. I'm not going to be in town, though. So maybe I might try to do a birthday stream. I usually try to go live a couple hours on my birthday just to hang out, depending on what I plan that day, but I'm not going to actually be around this year. But maybe I could do like a post-birthday stream, or I don't know if I could do one prior, necessarily. Like maybe Sunday I'll do a stream on the 23rd. And usually on those type of streams, I mean, last year I think I did hunt for the Destiny mark on a Squawkabilly. But I do like to do other stuff on my birthday, normally. I finally got the Master Sword in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. That's awesome. Isn't that usually the best sword in the game? I'm trying to remember if they ever have one that's like above that. I feel like there's like a power-up. I can't remember. The last Zelda I played, and actually 100%, was probably Majora's Mask back in the day. Like, honestly. Like, I played Link's Awakening on the Game Boy as a kid, and that one was super tough. Mainly because, you know, at the time I was playing that game, there wasn't really... it was like the early 2000s or something I was playing that game on Game Boy. It was a very satisfying game to play through. They made a remake of it on the Switch, actually. I never played that version. But then I played Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask because I had an N64 growing up. And I did 100% both of those games. Yeah, the Master Sword's usually like the best one. I can't remember if they ever have anything above that. But honestly, I like Zelda a lot, and there's really no reason why I haven't played a majority of the games. Like, I like Zelda. Like, Wind Waker is a beautiful game to this day. It's, you know, that's the thing about stylistic choices even in a game. I remember when Wind Waker came out, people hated the look. They were like, oh, this looks like a little baby game or something. But if you look at Wind Waker, how it's aged stylistically in comparison to other Zelda games, like the ones that try to look more realistic, like they start to look blocky and weird. But like, Wind Waker just looks great. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's like it looked at the limitations of the graphics and just kind of like made the best of it. It's kind of like the same with like early video game music, how they have such limitations on composing a song in a video game, but it just they made like say they have 4 tracks. I think that's what it is, right? They optimize how the sound waves they can make. It's so cool. And it just sounds good, even to today's standards, that people try to replicate that kind of sound. So that's where you get it in Tears of the Kingdom on top of the Dragon Head. I have no idea what you're talking about, but if I ever play, I'll be sure to remember those words from you. Kimberly said, the Master Sword is on top of the Dragon's Head. Dragon's Head. Dragon's Head. Dragon's Head. Where's the dragon? And how do I get on its head? Alright, I think... Okay, yeah, about 2 minutes. This is what I'll do. I'll just keep knocking them out, and then I'm just gonna soft reset. I don't even think I knocked out enough. Gosh. See how the frame rate just drops like crazy here? Hunting in water is a nightmare. I wonder if on the new Switch that comes out, if we'll finally be able to play Scarlet and Violet how it was intended to be. That would be pretty sick, to be honest. It would almost bring like a new life into the game. Yeah, I feel like that's a big part of it, is like actually having time. Like, as we get older, time becomes a limiting resource that sometimes, especially like being a parent, you gotta like prioritize family and making money for the family. You know what I mean? Like, kids always come first. You gotta care. They're our future. And they're the ones that are gonna put you in a nursing home one day, so treat them well. Alright. Still don't see any shiny. Yeah, I'm just gonna soft reset and start over. I'll make a new sandwich and then I'll just start the outbreak from the top again. And then just start knocking them out. Alright, I think that's it. Oh, almost. One more little batch. There's always a chance a shiny can spawn. Alright, I don't think I see anything. Alright, I'm just gonna soft reset. Thanks for tuning in today, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that like button. It does help my content out a lot here on the platform. But yeah. You got told off by Matt? He's another YouTuber? Wait, what? What do you mean he told you off? What does that mean? Do you mean like he like chased you off or something? Or he said something mean? Did he say something mean to you? Alright, let's head back. grabbing that again. Even though it was kind of not worth it. I mean, it's whatever. It's a TM. I could sell it for money. The beauty. I'm gonna save right here. I don't have to do that again. Alright, so it's onion and salty and sour Herba Mystica. Come on. Onion, sour and salty. Oh, you were... Well, yeah, that's like... That's kind of like common courtesy. If someone's gonna try out a game, you don't necessarily want to tell them details of what's going on in the game. Yeah, so if he's like trying to play, I don't really mind because I don't even know if I'll play it. But if he's trying to play it and you're telling him things are gonna happen, I know it might be exciting because you're sharing that, like, you know what's gonna happen and you're excited because you're seeing it happen through his gameplay, or he's gonna experience the same kind of joy. Let him just do it, you know? You'll have the same sort of satisfaction just being there supporting them on their journey through the game. Yeah, sometimes people be like that though, you know? Alright, let's see. Do I have anything that's better in the water? Alright, Raccoon, it just... The fact that it kind of like swims, wouldn't it be crazy if it walked on water? But I guess it's Surskit, technically. Like, this is not the same type of, like, creature. This is supposed to be like one of those spiders that make a bubble. Like, these actually exist in the real world. There's spiders that can live underwater because they create like an air bubble. Isn't that crazy, I think? Like, why? Why do you do this? I think I should get out like a hover Pokemon. Something that's faster. Hopefully Darkrai's faster. Oh my gosh. This thing's slow too. Or maybe just the frame rate. Yeah, exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. You may be excited, but people will like you more if you let them feel that same sort of excitement that you felt. You know what I'm saying? So you know how excited you feel getting the Master Sword? They'll feel the same sort of excitement, having that same adrenaline rush that you're getting. So by kind of spoiling parts of the game, you take that away from people. It makes them not have the exact same response that you're getting, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's like, I understand both sides. But yeah, when you're like watching people stream games, it's just kind of common courtesy to not spoil stuff for them. And I know it's not easy. You know? I totally get that. But that's part of it, you know? You gotta restrain yourself. Palooza. Do I have one? Is it like the fastest one known? wait, I have a Barraskewda. I bet you this thing is fast. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That is so much better. It's okay. You don't have to apologize to me. I'm just trying to share something with you that will, you know. Wait, how's it already? Oh, it's only level 63. Let me level it up. You don't need to have Pokemon max level when you use them in VGC. They only have to be at least level 50, since they're going to be taken down to level 50 in battle anyways. So that's why that was only 63. I used that in... This was a Pokemon I used Regulation 1. I mean, it was called... Not Regulation A. It was called Series 1. But it is Regulation A, technically. They renamed the formats. Wait, is that it? No, it's not. But Barraskewda is actually kind of unique in VGC. You can run it with Swift Swim on a rain team, but the way I was running it was it has Propeller Tail, which is an ability that it denies redirection, so you can't use stuff like Rage Powder or Follow Me. It completely ignores that type of stuff. And in a closed team sheet, it's pretty viable because most people just assume you're running Swift Swim and trying to get like max speed. But then I can like pretty much avoid whatever they're like trying to redirect. Like say like they had, like in Series 1 Meowscarada was very common. So I was running Poison Terra Barraskewda and it's faster than Meowscarada. So I would sometimes Terra Poison, which would allow me to actually live a grass move. And then also, I could just hit it with like Poison Jab, super, like Stab, super effective. Same thing. Stab and super effective are the same thing. But yeah. It was pretty cool because I think people were using like Indeedee and Meowscarada. I can't remember what was going on, honestly. They were like, pretty much just like protecting Meowscarada with redirection. And I just nuked Meowscaradas with Barraskewda, pretty much. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the poison one. Yeah. Barista, why did they call it that? I have no idea. I must have been drinking a lot of coffee. like, why did they call it Barista? What a strange name. And now it doesn't even want to attack. Whenever that happens, I find that you just have to like do something like that to fix it. It's like a weird glitch. I don't know why it does it. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet work in mysterious ways at times. I'm surprised I haven't even seen a shiny Pokemon, because there's a lot of psychic Pokemon that are spawning around here, like Exeggutor. I mean, I guess it's possible I have seen one and I just didn't notice it. Farigiraf and Giraffe Rig are the ones I probably would miss the most likely. Since you kind of have to pay attention to their noses and detail a little bit more. That's totally fine. At least you can, I mean, if you can acknowledge that, then you can restrain yourself a bit, you know? I think that's like a big part of it, is just, there's nothing wrong with being excited and wanting to share that same excitement with other people that are playing the same game as you. There's definitely nothing wrong with that. That's great, you know? Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, Palafin used to be pretty good too at one point. Competitively. I feel like it's probably still usable. But it's just like very one-dimensional. But at the time it was running, it was played, it was so good for that. Like, it's like people couldn't even stop it. Like, you'd run like Pelipper, then you just like hit like a truck in the rain. And just run away real quick and come back. Thanks for tuning in again, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully I get a shiny here soon. That's good. I'm sure, I'm sure he's understanding. I'm sure it's not even an issue. Just try to have some restraint, you know, moving forward in his streams, and you should be good. You'll try to use one to climb in singles? That could be... I bet you... Yeah, maybe Palafin might be... Probably... I imagine it's still pretty good in singles. Like, now that you mention it. I don't know why I was just thinking of, like, Iron, Galliant, Palafin, King Gambit. I don't even know anything about singles play. But that just sounds like 3 Pokemon that would probably just be good, regardless of what format we're in. It's always crazy how the music kind of changes when you go underwater. No problem. Alright. Let's see. I've wanted this shiny for a while now. I've even tried to get it in Pokemon Go. I mean, I didn't try too hard, but I did try a little bit whenever it was first released in Go as a shiny. But I haven't had any luck. Also, did any of you play Gumi Community Day yesterday? I was thinking about streaming it, but I honestly didn't really even feel like playing. Like, I was just having like a rough weekend. I needed just time to recover. But I did play a little bit. Interesting enough, I didn't even realize I didn't even have a good Gumi, or Goodra, excuse me, for Great League. So the only one I actually was able to evolve was a shiny one that was ranked 420. I mean, Goodra's kind of interesting. I don't know how much of a difference Thunder Punch makes on it. I feel like it's not actually... Like, maybe it's meant to help deal with Skarmory more or something? I don't know. Like, I don't think it has, like, the best coverage, if I remember correctly, in the game. Like, it seems like it has potential, though. Like, people have used it to success before this update. So maybe it's just another tool in its shed. Flip, turn out, sending Kyogre or Pelipper to separate, come back in, keep it. Yeah, I'm sure, but the only thing you'd have to be worried about is water absorb. which I'm sure people have an answer. But you could run like Terra Grass or something, and then like have Terra Blast on it for some coverage. No, it's all good, Husker Mandy. Yeah, they had Gumi Community Day. Honestly, it just feels like they just pop up on us these days. I mainly wanted to catch a couple so I could send them into home. You got like 6, that's a good amount for just using a gacha. I ended up catching like 3 within the first like half hour, so I just stopped playing. And then I opened it up a little bit towards the end and I caught 1 more. So I was pretty happy with that. Because you can send in the Goomies to Legends Arceus and evolve them into the Hisuian Sliggoo and the Hisuian Gudra also if you need those still. So you could always just send the shiny Goomies to home. And from there you can just pick which, you know, form you want to evolve them into. Depending on which games you have, of course. But you have to make sure it's raining. But honestly, in Arceus, it's pretty easy to get rain up since you can like time skip a little bit by sleeping. And also, I think like the marshland, it's like almost always raining there, so it's pretty easy. Like I think whenever I evolved my Hisuian Gudra recently for like one of these raids, it took me like almost no time. Yeah, that is pretty good coverage. So yeah, the fact that it gets Draco Meteor, that's pretty good. I mean, it's had that for a while. I don't know if people typically run it. I mean, maybe they do, but I feel like I always see it running like the Dragon Breath is like the only dragon move. It is pretty oppressive. Like Dragon Breath is a pretty good fast attack. Plus, Gudra's pretty bulky. So you're saying like its main shine is just gonna be a Master League Premier? Dang, I guess I didn't have a hundo anyways, or anything close to a hundo. I don't think, because I didn't even play. And I didn't do any of the field research stuff. Nor do I have the XLs, which I could have got if I played. But it's whatever. I did get like some XL candy. I think I have over 100 now, but yeah. I recently finished the level 50 quest line, and it gives you a lot of super incubators, which I thought was really nice actually. I think it gives you like 10 of them, which I thought was really cool. Because I don't really like get to hatch eggs that much these days, but yeah, I pretty much like put those on all my 7K, 10Ks, and 12Ks. It's all good. You could talk. It's not about not talking about Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It's more like revealing information that kind of spoils it for a player. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's a difference between, do you want to talk about the game? Can you share that love of a game without spoiling major plot points and details? But also, it's okay here. Like, I never said I was gonna play that game, you know? Like, I'd be interested in it, but I'm not, like, planning on playing it anytime soon, you know? And there's a good chance I'll never play it. So, yeah, I don't really mind if you talk about it. Remember, you're the one that brought up your situation with Matt. I never said anything. If you ever talk about Zelda again, so help me. I will play Zelda. That'll show you. Oh yeah, Gyarados. That's actually a great point. Like, that matchup alone is completely flipped, I feel like. Because, like, what could you really do otherwise? Like, you're gonna throw, what, Power Whip into Gyarados, which still will hurt a little bit, but in Master League, not as much, being a flying type too. Thunder Punch, though, is gonna smack Gyarados hard. And the problem is, like, I mean, sometimes Gyarados run Waterfall, so I feel like that matchup, Goodra will just destroy that matchup, right? But if it's Dragon Breath Goodra, I mean, excuse me, if it's Dragon Breath Gyarados, that could be a little tough. But I still feel like it's in the same scenario because technically your bait move is going to threaten Gyarados while its bait move doesn't threaten Goodra at all. Like, you can just not shield a Aqua Tail. But they can't afford to really take Thunder Punch damage like that, right? So I kind of see what you're saying. No problem, Kimberly. I appreciate you being here in the stream. I've been trying to get back in the groove of posting more content. I've been pretty busy working on some stuff right now. Like, I've been talking about my album I've been getting ready to release in the next 2 months. But there is a raid coming out this week. I won't be here this weekend, unfortunately, but I will try to put out a raid guide for Embor. I think Swampert's probably going to be the good pick. I think a ground type, if I remember correctly, I was looking at, like, ground type Pokemon. But yes. I need to grab more coffee. I have a little bit more left in my coffee pot down there. I guess I could technically, like, check this little pawn also. I see, I see. It's so interesting. I wonder if it's because... I wonder if it's because they announced the Gumi Community Day. There's this whole tweet going around on Twitter about Goodra. I don't even know why I reference Twitter in real life. Twitter is just like an echo chamber of insanity. Like, the stuff I see on there is just like, these people don't live in reality. I mean, some people, for sure. But it's just crazy, like, there's like this whole alternate reality that's happening in a parallel universe of this reality. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have one. Yeah, I'm pretty confident I caught one and I put it in my Living Dex and Home already. Like, it's just sitting in the boxes. I think for that one too, is if I'm not mistaken, I think it ran into me. Oops. Yeah, these water ones, I'm not a fan of. It always tends to be the ones that are the most annoying. It's just because visually, it's just irritable. Like, the consistent frame drops. It's nauseating in a way. Dang, where is the shiny, yo? Why does this thing not want to show its face? Come on. really all I want right now. It's just this shiny. Just attack him, bro. Why is he just swimming around like a maniac? You have one goal here, my friend. And is to eliminate the Bruxish. Yeah, so I have about like 6 minutes left on this sandwich. There's still a good chance I'll get it. All the way up until that last second. All it takes. Attack, my friend, attack. I will stand up on this rock. Wonderful. Wonderful. No, 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 no. Oh my. Where are you, Bruxish? Yeah, I mean the water is, in my opinion, the worst. Like, legitimately. Like I said, it'd be interesting if playing this on the next generation of Switch alleviates all the frame rate issues and all that jazz. What if it didn't fix any of that stuff? I mean, it seems that it should, because I think people were running this on like an emulator at the like actual resolution. Like the actual resolution frame rate is intended, excuse me. Goodness gracious. I'm surprised I haven't found a shiny. Like I said, like not even just the Bruxish, but there's a lot of psychic types around here. Come on. Where are you, Bruxish? I don't know why, but I keep thinking I may have seen a shiny giraffe rig at one point. Because I'm like thinking like, didn't I look at a group of them and one was like colored different? But I don't even know if that actually happened. My mind is playing tricks on me. You're going to Spain again on holiday? That sounds great. You're going back again already? Wow. I mean, you're so close, right? How long does it take you to get there? Do you drive? Do you fly? Do you know any Spanish? Alright, let me see how much time I got left here. 3 minutes. Goodness gracious. Where no shiny Bruxish. Come on, yo. Which one does not want to be found? Hey Lucario, welcome back. I'm well, I'm just trying to hunt shiny Bruxish today. How are you doing? Oh, that's great. You know some Spanish. And you go by plane. How long does the plane take? That's good to hear, Lucario. I might have to soft reset here in a second. Still don't see the shiny. Thank you for the gift. It was good. I have the Mian Chow just chilling in my box at the moment. Let's see. Thanks again for that. Goodness gracious. This little shiny does not want to pop its head. Alright, I have I have like 7 seconds left, so try to get these final spawns in, and I'm gonna soft reset. Yeah, I don't see one. Alright, I'll soft reset. Plus, I'm gonna get more coffee real quick. I'll just save me 1 second. If I can find this shiny, you'll give me another shiny guy. Oh wow. Around 2 or 3 hours on plane. That's pretty solid. That's not good. That's nice. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna fill up my coffee and then. Yeah. Thank you. Alright, I'm back. And heated up for a little bit. Alright, so I'm hunting Bruxish And unfortunately, I have not found it just yet. So let me get another psychic sandwich here. And hopefully I can get it this time. Jeez Louise, for real though. Hopefully this is the one. Come on, come on, come on. It does look like a clown though. The color palette. Thanks. Glad to be back. Alright. Come on, please let this be the sandwich. Why does this one have to be the one that gives us trouble? Oh, I didn't even save when I grabbed my basket, my Barracuda out, excuse me. Let me grab that. Because that was definitely... Oh wait, I have to level it up again. Well, let me level it up then save. Oh wait, I just realized I already made the sandwich. Well, that just means we have to get the shiny. That's all that means. I mean, technically, it doesn't really matter if I save. Like, I have so much Herba Mystica, and I'm probably going to host some of those M-board raids at some point. So, yeah. Come on. This one, like I said, it should stick out. It's pretty... because this one is like mainly pink, but the shiny has red. I'm just gonna tap her. The walls. Terra Poison, Barista. This is straight overkill. Go! Barista! Poison Jab! Barista! I wish I could just stay Terrad. And I could just have it like swimming around looking like that. That'd be sick. Like imagine seeing that swimming around in the water, just like a Barracuda with a giant cross and bones on its forehead. That'd be scary, yeah. That would be so cool. That should just be a thing. Like, it should be like a cooldown where like it stays Terrad for like a little bit after the fight. And then it kind of like changes back. That'd be so cool to see. Missed opportunity. Yeah, so I'm knocking out the Bruxish I need again. Just to look at it. That's really all. It's unnecessary on every level. Plus, at least here, it resets, so I could waste even more time over and over. I really just wanted to punish that Bruxish for running into me. Let's see. I'm gonna just try to focus on knocking them all out, and then I'll just probably run circles around the lake over and over. That seems to be a good way to despawn them. This is gonna be the one. I can feel it. One of these Bruxish is gonna come in as a shiny. Alright, let me let Barraskewda do its thing here. Yes, exterminate them all. It's actually like, kind of nice. Get rid of this little annoyance. Ooh, it's raining. That's what I needed for the frame rates. Always a chance to get some sort of mark, though. Oh my gosh. The frame rate. It's like delayed inputs. That's a great perspective to have, you know? There's a lot of beauty in living a full life and getting older. Another kind of interesting thought in regards to like getting older and perspective. Like the way we perceive people is forcing our own like memories and thoughts and experiences onto people. Like you can't truly ever know what it's like to be someone to a degree. Like you can maybe understand or empathize to some degree, but it's like kind of insane to think like people are just like a group of memories and experiences that made them who they are. And like, even when trying to understand something, you could only reach into your own experiences to maybe try to understand. Where are these things? Where are you? Yeah, 100%, but I think people, I don't think it's even a missed opportunity as much as Pokemon Go's milking content. Like, if, like, to a player, it seems like a missed opportunity, but to them, that just means they can have a Hisuian Goodra raid day. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're definitely just gonna have, like, a Hisuian Goodra raid day or something like that. I mean, it does make it a little more confusing considering there is Hisuian Sliggoo also. And they did release Wooper and Clodsire. Like the Paldean version of Wooper during their community day. So yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, I do feel like it's not consistent, but it's also like, it's Goodra, a pseudo-legendary defined by the fans. They're always gonna milk these type of Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Unfortunately. It's kind of crazy, like, honestly. Like, most people just have, like, a... Like, if you're not, like, knees deep playing Pokemon Go, I feel like most people's perception of the game is, like, not that good. What the? Oh, okay. Like, what is that? Just a Reller. Goodness. I want a Dewpider. Honestly, like, I haven't been playing Go Battle League much this past week. I was trying to be consistent making content at the beginning of the season. I started off strong, but then I started getting lag in some of my matches, and I just didn't feel like playing anymore. Like, I wasn't even like mad, I was just like, why am I playing this? This is just lagging. Like, even if I'm trying to play it seriously, it's like, the game doesn't allow me to enjoy the game for what it is. Like, my girlfriend, she has Apple, and I'm like, should I just log onto her phone and try playing my battles? Because there is definitely a difference between Android and using something like Apple. It's like crazy. But like, you know, while that's a thing, I can also play Pokemon Unite on my phone perfectly seamless with a Switch. You know what I'm saying? It's like so weird to me. Like, granted, Pokemon Go is like, maybe they're like spending more time like stealing your data or something. I don't really know. Like, maybe like there's a lot of like a two-way street thing going on here where they're just like sucking up all your information, and that's like almost more important to them. They can like continue to siphon data and information from you as a player, as opposed to creating a game that plays properly. I'm just like being... I doubt that's like necessarily the truth, but it's like hilarious to think it probably could be some truth to it, you know? What if they made Pokemon science fiction for no reason? What do you mean, like, making it science fiction for no reason? Because they technically already do have elements in Pokemon that are science fiction. Like, I feel like Deoxys is kind of crazy. It's from space. You know? Like, I bet you they'll have some sort of Pokemon game where they do travel outside of the, like, world. Like, that's gonna be a game at one point down the line. They're gonna leave this known world that we've been playing in for, like, 20 plus years. Like, there's already been, like in Sun and Moon, they had, like, wormholes and stuff. That's pretty science fiction-y, if you ask me. Like, time distortion, like Dialga, Palkia. Very common themes of, like, stuff, like... Yeah, I feel like it's already kind of been like that. It's kind of, like, embedded in what Pokemon is. Wait, is that it? No. That's what I was thinking too, Alfie. Like, as I was saying that, like, maybe it'll just be like some sort of event day in general. You know, they could technically put Sliggoo in like 3-star raids. You know what I mean? Like, they could do something like that, where you can't evolve Goomy. Or, you know, remember there was one weekend where they allowed people to evolve Cubone into Alolan Marowak, excuse me. That was a pretty cool event, because that was the first time you were able to bring in Shadow Alolan Marowak. And pretty much the way you got it was by evolving Shadow Cubone into it. You might have to get rid of your cat's dog when the baby visits your house. Pets are jealous. Your pets are jealous? That's not good. They'll get used to the new kid, to the baby. It's just like it just takes some time. Don't worry about it, Kimberly. Don't get rid of your pets. Like, maybe just like put them in a different room for a little bit. Maybe that's what you meant also. The lag is terrible. The first 2 sets, ago, 2 nights ago, 3 out of 5 battles completely lagged out. Dang, that's brutal. Yeah, I've been like, I do like playing. Like, when I get in the right mindset, I do like playing it still. But the lag just takes me out of it. Like, it's okay if I get losses by running Spice, or if I, you know, my opponent makes a great call or if I make a mistake. Like, that's fine. But, like, when you lose the lag on top of how difficult it already is to kind of climb in that game, it just doesn't feel worth it. Like, even if I attribute, like, 1% of my entire matches in the season to losing matches due to lag, that's still too much. Like, that's not acceptable in any game. Like, I can't even think I would play most video games. I think it's because sometimes the lag can benefit you also, so it feels like it evens out, but it really doesn't. And it's weird to me how the lag only affects one person sometimes. Like, I don't think I've ever been in a match. Well, maybe it can't function if both people lag out. Maybe that's when there's like an error in the match and it kicks you out of the search menu. Maybe that's why that happens. I don't even want to talk about it that much. I am interested, I guess. I would love to see some changes, but it is what it is. These Bruxish, yeah. I forgot to knock out the max amount. Let me do that real quick. If I'm not mistaken, Farigiraf, it's just like a darker. I have one, but I'm not hunting it at all, but if I do happen to see one, I'll catch it. Come on. Goodness gracious. Let's see. I know not everyone watches that like the show One Piece, but I just started watching it a couple months ago. I've always wanted to get into it because, personally, like the way the like villains and different like marines and pirates are drawn in it, I've always thought it looked really cool and unique. And I'm a big fan of world building that's just like off the walls. Like they do things that are just like defy all physics and reality. But it's like I'm never questioning it when I'm watching the show. Like, why is this happening? How is this possible? Because it's instilled in the world building. You know, it's like a very fantastical world. But I'm like over 300. Like I've been binging it pretty much. Like when I'm just chilling sometimes. Like sometimes I'll be working on my film, like animating on my iPad, and I'll just put it on. It's a good inspiration to me watching as like a TV show, like the things they get away with animation-wise, because there's a lot of shortcuts they use in that show for sure. But it's so fantastic. Like honestly, like you know, anime is anime. Like there's gonna be some elements of like fan service and such, you know, obviously they kind of do that a little bit with like the character Nami, but like she's actually a very interesting character. Like she's not like one-dimensional in that sense. Like she's not just like a waifu or whatever. I don't even know what you would call her, but like the show is really crazy. Like it's so insane, and it's actually pretty funny too. I find myself actually laughing out loud watching this, and I'm like a grown adult, like, you know what I mean? Like watching this, like, wow, this is hilarious. It's just so good. You know, like I know like a lot of times when there's like a show that is that long, it's like I don't want to start watching something that's over 1,000 episodes long, because it really is over 1,000 episodes and it's still going. But like now, it's just like I look forward to it and I'm like, yo, I still got 700 episodes left. This is awesome. And granted, there's definitely filler episodes and some episodes that I just skip because I'm like, there's no point in watching. Like, they have some random filler episodes that they have to do because, like, the manga and the show, like the anime, are like being made at the same time. So they kind of have to delay certain things in the anime. So they'll like create little story arcs that are just like not really that relevant. Or, you know, they'll do like these like random special episodes that have nothing to do with the current like anime at all. They're just kind of like bonus side episodes. The live action was better. I haven't seen the live action one yet, but I do want to watch it eventually. But I'm like over 300 episodes into the show, and honestly, it's like insanely cool. Like when I was growing up, Toonami was a thing. Like I grew up during like when Toonami was first introduced on Cartoon Network. And oh wait, is that it? No. Dang it. So there's a couple animes that I watch that I just really enjoyed, you know, growing up. And when I watch One Piece, I'm like, holy crap, like, you know, it makes it seem like it's like a show about pirates, but it's actually a show about fighting the world government. It's kind of just like fighting corruption and tyranny, because even like the way the Straw Hat Pirates are like kind of made, they're not really like pirates. Like, I'm gonna explain it. I don't want to like spoil stuff really, but it's just like really, like, I personally think it's amazing. Like, it's like one of the cool, it makes sense why it's one of the most long running, like it's like a long running anime. It's like, I think it's actually probably like the #1 shonen manga, anime, whatever, ever. And sometimes people like, they always like, oh, I like Naruto or something. It's like, why are you comparing them? Like, first of all, this is not like a situation where you can, like, in my opinion, I don't think you can compare these type of things. It's like, they're just completely different franchise. I don't know, just like as someone who's like really into like story, and like I've watched, like, I like Star Wars, but I hate current Star Wars. Like, Star Wars has just become ruined over the last decade under Disney. And I used to love Star Wars for like all the extended universe and all the interesting like lore. Like, that's what people like about Star Wars, is that it's just like people really nerd out in these like made up universes. Like, literally nothing in these worlds are real, and people debate it and talk about it on the internet. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's how much these creations touch people's lives. And it's like, nowadays Star Wars is just like terrible, yo. Like, the people that are running the shows like hate the fan base. They try to call everyone in the fan base misogynistic and sexist and racist. And literally, Star Wars has always been inclusive from the fucking original films, dude. Like, what the hell? It's like insane. Like, me and my girlfriend tried watching the show that just came out, The Acolyte, and I'd literally never been so bored in my life. Like, I usually give every Star Wars show a chance because I'm just like that desperate to see some good Star Wars. And legitimately, like, this is the one I just can't even like get into it no matter what. Like, we're gonna watch the 3rd episode this week. But have I done the event yet? Which event? That's hilarious, Kimberly. Yeah, they have blue noses, by the way, Alpha, you're right. Like, again, maybe there's some people that like The Acolyte, but it already kind of goes against what even, like, the original films were saying. Like, it's just, like, it contradicts the time period. Like, it's supposed to be, like, the new, or, like, the Old Republic, or, like, the end of the Old Republic. I mean, granted, I haven't watched the whole show. Maybe there'll be a reason why they picked this era to make the topic. But it's like, literally, Disney's so bad. Like, Disney makes such bad films and movies, like, these days. It's like insane to think. Because when I was growing up, Disney put out the standard. Like, Like whenever, like in the 90s, for example, like Mulan, like Emperor's New Groove, like there was a lot of good films that came out that were just like iconic to this day. And it's like nowadays, like they just make these terrible movies that don't have any real character development, any real moral. It's like it's like they have something they want to tell us, but they don't do a good job of actually making us feel anything. Bad Batch is cool. So like okay, let me rephrase Disney Star Wars. So Disney Star Wars has definitely put out some good, just not a lot. And like in regards to Star Wars content, I feel like the cartoons are always good. Like the Clone Wars was good. I mean, that was before Disney, but whenever Disney actually bought or acquired Star Wars, they did actually finish Clone Wars. They made the final season of Clone Wars, which ties it into the end of like Revenge of the Sith, which was pretty freaking cool, honestly. Like that season of Clone Wars was actually amazing because the show got canceled. So yeah, like I really like Clone Wars. I like Bad Batch for what it is, you know. Like it was like think of it this way: like Bad Batch was originally supposed to be kind of like an A-team version for Star Wars. Like that's what they were trying to do with it, with like those clone troopers. It was supposed to have that type of vibe. Like these guys just get sent out on secret special ops missions all the time. But like they end up doing so much more with that show, you know? And, you know, to be fair, like this last season, I won't like spoil too much, but they were trying to kind of tie in like the prequel era of Star Wars into the sequel era, which that's like the best thing they're going to be able to do at this point, you know? Sequel is, they're not going to retcon that stuff. The best they can do is try to make it make sense. And honestly, even the Clone Wars cartoon made the prequels better, in my opinion. Like, I grew up during the prequels, and I kind of fell off of Star Wars. Like, I loved Star Wars when I was really young. I watched the original trilogy all the time. Empire Strikes Back is still one of my favorite films of all time. But like, I stopped watching. I honestly stopped caring about Star Wars. I was like in high school around the time Revenge of the Sith came out, and I didn't really care at all. Like, I honestly didn't even see it in theaters. And I remember one time I watched it, and I just didn't really care. And then when the sequels came out, I didn't even go see them. Like, I didn't really care much about Star Wars. You know, it's not like the prequels ruined Star Wars for me or anything, because it really didn't. I actually really loved, like, the first one, Phantom Menace, and the Clone Wars when I was a kid. Like, the pod racing and stuff. Like, I even liked Jar Jar Binks as a character. I thought he was a cool character. Everyone hated him, but I actually really liked him. But yeah, I guess my point is, I've tried to get back into Star Wars more recently over the last few years with like Mandalorian, and I watched like Rogue One for the first time, and I'm like, it's alright, you know, I don't really care that much about it. But Andor, that show is actually amazing. Like, out of all the things Disney did, Andor feels like an accident. Like, how did they make such a perfect show? And it's not like just because it's Star Wars. Like I'm watching, like I want to watch something and enjoy something due to the fact that it has a good story. It's compelling. It takes me out of this shitty existence or whatever, you know? Like, I don't want to be reminded of the world I already live in that's like super political. Like, you know, there's a tasteful way to do stuff too that's like exactly like commentating on the real world. You know, like, there's so many ways to approach storytelling that, like, it just blows my mind that, like, these shows that get, like, such huge budgets just feel like they're being pawned off on people that have no clue what they're doing. It's insane, like, that's how the world works. That entitled little filmmakers who shouldn't even be considered filmmakers get the opportunity to, like, work on a franchise that would be a dream of, like, so many people. And they don't even care about the franchise, or they don't even care to consume the content that made the franchise what it is. It's like, a lot of times it feels like nowadays, like, people are actively trying to destroy what made these things popular to begin with. Like, whenever that Scooby-Doo show came out called Velma on HBO Max, like, what a terrible adaptation of the Scooby-Doo universe. Like, it makes me sick. Like, I love offensive humor. Like, I'm all about, like, when I watch comedy and comedians, I love watching comedians that toe the line that are very offensive. But that's the whole thing, like, comedy is getting away with it. You know, like, if you're good at comedy, you can say anything, and people will laugh. But if you're terrible at comedy, you're just being a racist. You're just being a homophobe. You know what I mean? Like, that's the that's like the line people toe. And, like, whenever it turns into a situation where it's like, oh, we wanted to offend you, ha ha ha. It's like, that's not comedy, that's just like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, good racist comedy unites the world. like a comedian, like Dave Chappelle, for example, like, someone like that who can pretty much dunk on anyone, you want that. You know what I mean? You want that as, like, the standard of, like, I mean, maybe not the standard. Like, South Park, for example, is a good example of this, too. You know, like, they attack everyone. And they do it in a way that's, like, actually making a point that makes sense. Yo, what's up, Shiny Ducky? Yes, absolutely. I've had live streams go haywire a lot of times. Sometimes I've done a similar thing as your friend Matt, where I would go live and the microphone was muted and I didn't realize until like 10 minutes later, or someone finally told me in chat. Also, I used to do a lot of Pokemon Go mobile streams, and those were just riddled with connection issues, you know? Yeah, exactly. Like, there's nothing wrong with... Like, that's the whole thing. It's like, a comedian's job is to make you laugh, ultimately, right? So if you're not doing that, you've already failed. And I'm guessing, what I'm trying to say about that is that it segues over with, like, any type of storytelling or filmmaking. It's like, when people force their ideologies and their, like, who they are into their creation without actually thinking about how does this serve the public, you know? Then it becomes, like, more about them than it is about actually making something that's good and worthwhile. And that's kind of the point I'm trying to make, is that, like, it feels like Star Wars nowadays is like people who don't actually care about what Star Wars is. And it's weird how they frame it. Like, I think it's always crazy to me that they frame it like, this is for straight white males. As if being a straight white male is even a bad thing, you know? It's, like, crazy to me that, like, this whole thing lives rent-free in people's minds. Like, I'm not even thinking about people like that, you know? Like, when I moved to California, I was reminded how straight and white I was, like, every day. I swear to God, it's like, I've never in my entire life been reminded about this stuff as much as I have living in, like, super liberal California. It's, like, insane. And it's like, it can't fathom, like, these people, like, it doesn't fathom to them that no one actually cares to be thinking about them like that. You know what I mean? It's like, they watch TV, they watch the media, and it's like these little echo chambers that have vocal, you know, it's like, people just get so wrapped up in shit that's not actually real life these days. It's kind of insane. Like, legitimately, it's just, like, weird. What's my favorite legendary Pokemon? That's a great question. I think my favorite legendary out of all the generations... that's a really tough question. Who would be my favorite? I'm not going to stop for set, by the way. I don't even care. I have so much Urban Mystica. Is there a shiny that I hated shiny hunting for? Absolutely. Pretty much anything in the water I despise hunting for. So this one's pretty much up there right now. My favorite legendary? Dang, that's such a hard question. I'm trying to think. Like, I want to say Mewtwo just because of how iconic it is. That's a really good question, because I can't really pick one. I feel like maybe... I honestly want to say Mewtwo. Like, out of all the legendaries, I'm not, if I'm being honest, I'm not really a huge fan of legendary Pokemon. But Mewtwo, since I grew up watching, like, the original movie and such in theaters, Mewtwo is pretty epic. He has a pretty interesting backstory. Kind of reminds me of, like, Sephiroth from, like, Final Fantasy in a way. But that's a mythical Pokemon. Zeraora is a mythical. So that's something to consider, too. Take care, Kimberly. Thanks for swinging by. Honestly, like, in regards to, like, the whole, like, social politics of, like, being an American or whatever, it's just like a pendulum swing. Like, people just... Like, I've realized that people are just miserable, yo. And they just can't really, like, figure out how to better their own lives. So they just try to find exterior reasons why their life sucks so much. Like, if you live in America, like, honestly, you already have a pretty good opportunity to do something with your life. Like, America sucks, like, right now in regards to, like, economy and such. But, like, it's hard to deny, like, it's one of the better countries to be living in the world. Like, it's, like, insane the type of privilege you get just being born in America. It is getting wild out there, though, these days. Scrafty is your favorite, so he's legendary. Blood Moon Ursaluna? I don't know. I would say I would consider him more like a pseudo legendary, maybe. Like, kind of in the same category as something like Tyranitar or Salamence or Dragonite. I mean, technically, I do like the new Paradox legendaries. They're pretty cool. Very unique. I think I like the Raikou one a lot. Raging Bolt. That one's a pretty cool, like... I like how they interpreted that one. Like, when I go on Twitter sometimes, I get, like, angry when I read people's opinions about certain aspects of life. Like, how ignorant what they're saying is, and, like, with confidence, people say stuff. And then, like, you'll see, like, a bunch of support for the idiocrat, you know, like how it's like, it's easy to get caught up in that stuff, but then it's like, why would I care what someone on Twitter thinks? Like, they're not even a real person. like these people don't actually know what real life is. Like, how could you... Have you ever thought about tweeting? Like, are you ever just in your daily life, like, thinking, like, I want to send a tweet out about how great my life is, or this thing I'm doing? Like, you have to actually invest a lot of thought and time in being good at Twitter. And is that time actually being spent wisely? If you're, like, spending on Twitter? Probably not. Probably not at all. Like, I just see some of the worst takes on Twitter, and it's just like, they go viral and people love it, and it's like, people are so mean and, like, visceral. And, like, it almost comes off, like, hypocritical. Like, you'll see people sitting here on Twitter, like, you know, free this country or nation of this thing, whoa, whoa, and then, like, the minute you, like, I don't know, I'll see people, like, discourse, you know, and then it's like, those same people that are, like, trying to, like, come off like they're better than, like, holier than God, you know? Like, they just, like, want people to die. Like, you need to die for your beliefs. It's crazy, dude. People are just not mentally stable on those platforms. Like, they can't actually have a real discourse or conversation. I mean, I'm not trying to generalize Twitter, because there is good on it, too. Like, I think there's a lot of good still. But, like, the only time I ever wanted to tweet when I would use Twitter was when I was mad at a game I was playing. Like, I'd want to just, like, be angry. And that was the only thing that made sense to me to tweet, was just be, like, angry at a video game and just talk smack on the game. Tough to classify Blood Moon Ursaluna because it is a static counter. Are there any other non-legendaries like that? There are technically. I think if I'm trying to think, like Rotom technically, it's. I mean, like they're not like I'm trying to think like that's not static necessarily, but there are technically like Pokemon you can only get one of in Pokemon games that aren't legendary Pokemon. Blood Moon Ursaluna though is insanely powerful. Just like on a side note, I did run that on my Regulation G team at the Los Angeles Regional, and that thing hits like a truck. It's actually insane. How have I not found a shiny yet? This is actually getting kind of crazy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that is true. That's a good point. But you know that could mean maybe down the line there might be. I mean, maybe there won't be more because technically this is like a rare version of Ursaluna. Like it was like, I guess like it traveled to Kitakami or something like that, right? I don't remember exactly how it got there. The fact that I have not found even one shiny yet is just wild to me. I'm okay on the Zarude because I already have one, but yeah, maybe if someone in the chat wants it who doesn't have one, that would be really awesome to trade them. Let's see. Thanks again for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all having a great Monday. Why does this Bruxish not want to show its face? I am just baffled because I think it's been like almost 2 hours. Like, holy smoke. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, maybe they'll like make it like more accessible. But then again, it's like I don't know if it would make sense with the way the lore of the Pokemon is. It might be that unique. I think so, yeah. I think trading isn't limited to if you have it in the... Like, say you need a legendary and you don't have it, I think someone can trade it to you. It's just that you can't bring it in from home. I feel like, potentially. But no, that wouldn't make sense because I think you could bring it in from home. I think it's only if you caught it from Go. And it was your first time, like you didn't have it registered. I think that's the only interaction that works like that, right? Oh my gosh, this is like insane that this Pokemon will not shine. Like, what am I doing? I swear I'm despawning them and like paying attention. You should be able to trade it in home. That should work fine, by the way. Why is this like legitimately? Did you hear the music cut out like that? I just want to cry. goodness gracious, Chad. This is like not what I was expecting. I need to... I probably need the restroom in a second, real quick. I mean, even if I don't find the Bruxish yet, how have I not found any sort of shiny? You know? Like, it's kind of insane that nothing around here has been a shiny. I mean, I'm sure I could have missed one on accident. But, wow. It almost makes me feel like there's something wrong. I know nothing's wrong with the game, but... I don't know. Yeah, that's them. That's Alfie's name. You know what, if I don't find it on this sandwich, I'm gonna soft reset. Goodness. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. So I don't waste my sandwich, I'm gonna put that up. But I'll just play some music here for a second so it's not just silent. I'll be right back, 1 second. Is it playing? Okay, good. Oh, wow, you got a Hoopa too? That's crazy. That's awesome. You're getting hooked up from Shiny Deck 12. Thanks for your patience, by the way. Ay, ay, ay. So I've been working on a solo album, like a music album that I'm going to be putting out fully in August. But I played in a band like over 10 years ago. We were like a ska punk band. We put out one album, and we never really, like, I have uploaded our tracks to my personal YouTube channel, like my art one. But there's really not many places that we've never really like officially distributed our album. And I reached out to the guy that actually recorded our album like 10 years ago. And you know, it's typically a good practice when you run any sort of business with, like, you know, whether it be like with like a lot of data, you know, say you're like recording or you're an artist or something, you have like probably hard drives full of old projects. You know, you just back up all your data on like some sort of hard drive that you like just store it somewhere. So I reached out to him just like on the off chance that he might have our old album, because I have like copies of the song, but the copies I have are actually MP3s. And if you know anything about like sound and music, like MP3 is actually a compressed version of the original sound. So if I wanted to distribute, say I wanted to like upload my old band's album to distributors like Spotify and Apple Music and all that, like, yeah, I could still use the MP3s I have right now, but there's like a chance that when it gets compressed again for streaming, it's possible that it might lose some quality or even get like artifacts within like the digital, because it's already being like digitized and compressed. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is I reached out to this guy, and the off chance he has my old album just by chance, like, saved somewhere, like, you know, because like I said, it's more than likely if he's like, even though it's been 10 years, he probably still has it somewhere if he archives his stuff like how most people do, who do like session recording and stuff. So when I went to the bathroom, I saw my phone real quick. I didn't read the text, but it looks like he might still have it potentially, which for me, that's awesome. Because I wanted to get my old band's album like remastered, and the best way to do that would actually get like the original WAV files from the mixes. And then I was planning on, depending on how it goes this weekend, I was probably gonna drop my old band's album like sometime next month on like Spotify and all streaming platforms. Just because, you know, I feel like it's a pretty good album. It's just that it's not really being listened to. Like, it's not in any real accessible manner, I guess, if that makes sense. But I figured since I was going to be releasing my own solo album, it'd be kind of cool to have like that one up there too, so people can maybe, I don't know, if they are interested, they'll kind of see where the roots of my music came from. Oh wow. It has 6 marks on it. That's crazy. But yeah, like my old band, we were called Kiwi Punch. I know that we had our album up on SoundCloud, and I have a version of it on YouTube, but what it means to like remaster, like if you're wondering if you don't know anything about like music production, essentially when you first record, like you record all the audio and make, you know, whatever, like you have them as like stereo or mono tracks. The idea of mixing is to try to level everything out, you know, to create space and clarity, so when you're listening to the song you can kind of hear instruments individually, or enough, you know, like the vocals aren't too soft so it's being drowned out, for example. But when you master a song, what you're doing is you're taking what you mix, like you want to mix the song so it just sounds like how you want it to sound, even if it's like softer, because typically you need to like, your mix has to be lower volume than how the master would be. And then when you're mastering the song, you're actually pushing all the waveform to its max. So when you typically see a mix, like the waveform will like have curvature and such in it, depending on how the balance is in the song, if you did a good job balancing out the bass, mids, and treble. And also just like, what does the song even have? Does it have like a lot of high-end noise, blah 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 blah. I mean, it's honestly like a whole like science and art form in itself, like mixing. But yeah, the idea of mastering it is just so it sounds good on every device. Because versus, you know, someone who has headphones with nice earbuds, or someone who's listening on surround sound, or even in a club or venue, or someone who's listening out of their cell phone, which will actually be playing the song in a mono instead of stereo. It's just like it'll just sound better, I guess what I'm trying to say. We never officially mastered our old album back in the day. Like, it still sounds good, but I wanted to get it remastered and then upload it. So technically, even though it's like an album that's like 10 years old, it's, to most people, completely new. Still no shiny Bruxish. This thing really does not want to shine. It's kind of crazy. Like, I felt like this shouldn't be so difficult, but for whatever reason, this Pokemon does not want to show itself. I am really excited to release my solo album though, because it's a good start getting back into music production. I have another song that's being released. I have one song that's released right now called Microtransactions Can Be Fun, but I am planning on re-releasing that song with a better mix and master when I release the album in August. So at some point I plan on taking it off streaming services. That way there's no confusion and I can actually use the same credentials. But aside that, I have a song that's actually being released in about 2 weeks on June 21st. I'm really excited for that one. Definitely put a lot of time into this album. I mean, granted, I started recording and working on my album in April, and it's barely been like 2 months and I pretty much finished it. But I already had most of the guitar written and the lyrics. Only one song is completely new on this album, and majority of them are I just pretty much wrote, I composed all the other parts. Like, I have brass sections in some of my songs. I have the bass. I know how to play bass, so I wrote bass lines for all my guitar parts. I wrote all the drum parts, blah 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 blah. But it's been fun. I'm not a novice when it comes to the music theory or composing music. It's just kind of fun to finally sit down and structure and layer these songs. They're getting the treatment they've deserved all this time, I guess. Is the best way to say it. Even when I played in my old band, I put a lot of inspiration on the songwriting. I would write a lot of the songs on guitar, and I'd write the lyrics. Because I was the singer of my old band. I did play guitar out of necessity. That's when I started learning guitar, actually. It was in my first band. But yeah. It's just crazy how time flies. Don't take that for granted, yo. If you're young and there's something you want to be doing, just do it, yo. Don't be afraid of things not coming out perfect, just do it as much as possible. Fail a lot. It's okay, because you just gotta take what you learned from each time and apply it to your next time. And then, especially when you do like if you're into art, some sort of like craft that you can physically see evidence of, and you can make reference to, it's kind of insane. Like I have a SoundCloud that I've been using for a decade or more at this point, and you can record audio on there and keep it private. And I was actually listening to it yesterday, because I have a bunch of songs I'm not putting on my first album that I'm gonna write for my second, my third album. Like I'm gonna be putting out music pretty much consistently moving forward. But I was listening to like, I have these old recordings from like 2013 even, of me just playing guitar and singing. You know, like I just recorded it on my phone. I thought, oh, this is something that would be catchy. Let me try to remember this. And I was just listening to some of these old recordings I had for inspiration. I was like, dang, yo, these are great, yo. I need to make these. I need to honor these and actually flush it out and make it the songs they deserve to be back then. So it's really cool, honestly. Like I've been loving getting back into music. It's definitely it's been out of my life way too long. And honestly, like, I was just making music because I really wanted to, but I'm really thinking about playing some shows. Even though, like, I'll be playing, you know, essentially, like, me, my guitar, and then I'll probably use, like, backing track of the songs I have right now. Like, maybe I'll have, like, the drum track play with the bass while I just, like, replay. Like, I'll play the guitar and sing live. But it's like, why not? Like, I live in Los Angeles. And like I can promote my music, and I feel like my music's good. Like personally, like I really like it. I'm making what I want to make. You know what I mean? Like I'm a very open-minded individual in general. I see the good, like I see the good in all genres of music. Like I just listen to them and try to analyze them. Like why is this the way it is? You know. I like to take influence from everything. But I also like to be very weird and experimental. Like, I like to be weird, but not... I like to keep things simple, but weird. Maybe that's, like, one better ways to explain it. Like, not everything is kind of strange, but there's definitely a couple tracks on the album that are very unique. I am getting so fed up with this shiny. I'm not gonna lie. This thing is like, why? How come on every shiny Pokemon? Like this area just feels like shinies don't live here. I haven't seen anything shiny in 2 hours. I normally don't like to just give up on a shiny hunt. I don't think I've ever given up on a shiny hunt, but this one's just getting, like... It's getting there. Like, what the heck? How could this be? Come on. It feels like it's just been... I know it hasn't been dark the whole time, but it just feels like it's been like just a veil of darkness in this area. Very symbolic. Come on. Alright, I have like 3 minutes left on this sandwich. Goodness gracious. Yeah, after this sandwich, I'm gonna soft reset the game. I don't know why. These are just so difficult. Ay, chat, for real though, this is just like... It's the nightmare fish right now, oh my gosh. Where could it possibly be? Oh gosh, I just want to bash my head against the wall, but not really. This thing is... Why? You know, I'm just gonna attack them. That's how I'll get out the rage. If you're not shiny, you're getting hit. Come on. This thing is... I'm gonna try to be more positive. I hate hunting in the water. At least Barraskewda's fast. That was a good upgrade, at least. What do I have to do to get a shiny? Little one. Like, if I at least found a random Exeggutor, for example, I would feel better about this, but the fact that I've not seen a shiny in 2 hours is worrisome. And those are like, that's like a phrase I probably don't feel like would have ever been uttered in a previous Pokemon game. Like, that would have been normal. Going like 2 hours plus, trying to hunt on something that you wanted. That was just like the standard. Nowadays, it's like... It is a lot easier, I suppose, so why complain? Alright, let me just soft reset. Oh my goodness gracious. What a shirt to be wearing for this. Worry about the Bruxish. This is the title of an album. If you're curious what this shirt is. Oh yeah. I thought Sobble would be a good compliment to the shirt though. A Sobble comes off kind of like emo-ish. Oh my goodness, for real though, like, I'm gonna try my best. I'm trying my best here. That's all I can do. Which is just running around aimlessly. Oh god. Here, wait, real quick. Let me put the Barraskewda in the party, level it up, and then save. Goodness. Boo boo. Oh wait, hold on, I need to level it up. So let's use those since I have so much. Alright, so now I'm gonna make the picnic, make the psychic sandwich, and all I can do, try to focus on knocking out the mass outbreak, and then just run around. Despawning, respawning, flagging in the water. Grand old time. Whew. Right. Please. Let this be the sandwich. How happy they are. Okay. Hopefully this does the trick. Alright, let me start knocking them out. I have a good feeling about this sandwich. I'm gonna manifest this shiny. My brain will somehow tap into the switch. I'm gonna use my Wi-Fi for my brain to send zeros and ones to the switch. That way it can produce a shiny Pokemon properly. I was wanting to do a Union Circle with people after this, but I'm probably just gonna end my stream after this. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like... This has already been way longer than I intended to be live. But, you know, I feel like I should try to catch this. It's right around the corner. Let me focus on knocking him out again. I need to just try to speed run this first part. I wanted to reset at the beginning of the outbreak, mainly because sometimes we can get the shiny just by knocking them out. It's a little more fun than just running and despawning the whole time. I really want this shiny. It's such a bizarre color palette. I mean, I could try a water sandwich, but I don't think it makes much of a difference. Yeah, that's true. I do that too, sometimes off stream. Like, I won't invest a lot of time into an outbreak, I'll just go and knock it all out exactly like how you're saying. But it's mainly since I'm targeting this on the stream, like that's kind of the target. I'm going to keep this outbreak active. But to be fair, you don't have to hunt this in the outbreak. Like, this thing probably just spawns in water all over this map, like this part of the map. You know? Like, the Psychic Sandwich is nice in this scenario because it isolates all the water spawns to be it. Yeah, that would be cool, but that's what I was trying to say is, like, I think Psychic might be the best bet, just purely for the fact that the water spawns will all be Bruxish. Because I don't necessarily need those shinies. I have ample of those just from Pokemon Go. I think maybe it might even be worth just kind of like expanding outside. Maybe like what I'll do is I'll knock this outbreak down, but I won't go past. Like I won't soft reset, I guess, after this one if I can't find it. Maybe I'll just like expand my search to all bodies of water. Still don't see anything. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Trying to get that outbreak down. Yeah, I don't see one yet. Oi. Yeah, I'm fairly confident once it spawns in, it would be fairly noticeable. Goodness gracious. You should be able to, yeah. Because I think it just changes form in game anyway, so it should count for both. Come on. Goodness. Yeah. Come on, Bruxish. Oh my gosh. For a second, when I saw the Barraskewda's fin, I thought that was it. But it was just a those bears do. Wait, why did he stop attacking? Get my hopes up. Alright, one more layer here. Wait. For a second I almost thought that was one. It's the lighting. Just have to knock it out one more layer, then I'm just gonna despawn it. I mean, I could technically do a picnic reset next to the shore as well. I don't know what would be faster though. They're just running around. The elusive shiny Bruxish. You found a 5-star Dogterra Rionculus. Maybe if anyone wants to help you do it in the chat, they could help you. Let me just poison jab that. Excuse me. Keep knocking out some. Once we get to the next text phase up on the screen, that's when I'll stop attacking him. Let's see. Yeah, I know, right? This has been taking a long time. I'm surprised, like I said earlier, out of everything that's been spawning here, I'm surprised nothing has been shiny. It's crazy. Like, I know I haven't been paying 100% attention to everything on land, but the fact that there's not even just one I've noticed in 2 hours is crazy. It happens, but yeah, it's just very unlucky odds. Very unlucky odds. Like, a bunch of these around here would be pretty obvious as shiny. Like the Exeggutor, for example. I would notice that one. Even if it was like the corner of my eye. It could be nice to get a Farigiraf or like a Girafarig shiny. Just like an extra one, but still, I'm just like wondering what's up, you know? It's like kind of crazy. I feel very unlucky, I guess, today. But thanks for tuning in. I hope you're all doing well. I feel determined to get this, but it has been a pain. Because I'm trying to optimize the odds too by knocking out the outbreak as much as I can. Alright, there we go. So now I could just kind of like run in and keep respawning. 16 minutes left here. Those don't look shiny. It's such a nightmare. Oh my. Honestly, I might end the stream once I finally catch it, because I was hoping to catch it a lot earlier, and I was going to do a little bit more, but I wasn't planning on doing like a 2+ hour stream today. This was taking, I thought I would get this within maybe an hour, and then I was going to do some Union Circle stuff, but it's like already lunchtime here, and I want to try to eat once I catch this Bruxish. But I do plan on doing a couple streams this week. I have a little bit more time. I'm going to be really busy next week, but this week I was thinking maybe streaming a couple times before the weekend, because I'll be out of town. And I did want to do a Union Circle stream with viewers. I thought that would be kind of cool. It's been a while. But yeah, I just don't have like the energy. Like I'm already like debating on just stopping after this sandwich if I don't get it. I just feel crazy, like nothing's popping up as a shiny. But like I said a little bit earlier, that would have been normal for any other generation. That would have been of expectance. So, I mean, it is a lot easier this generation, regardless. It's crazy how much we make sandwiches in this game. This reminds me that I could be making a sandwich for myself in real life. Please, Bruxish. Like, I would hate to end the stream on not getting the shiny. But that's kind of where I'm at. That's like how I feel right now. I feel determined to get it, but I also feel like hungry. And my power level is lowering due to it. Oh my gosh. This morning I woke up and made some breakfast. I made some eggs and toast. And while I was eating, I accidentally dropped, like I put the egg on my toast and it fell from the toast onto the floor. I was so sad. I was a sad boy when that happened. My delicious egg wasted. I always make them like kind of like sunny side up or like runny eggs over easy. Runny eggs are the best. I mean, sometimes you just need to have some scrambled eggs. Maybe for like stir fry or something. This I'm just making myself more hungry. Talking about food like that. Like stir fry sounds so fire. Bruxish. Where could it be? Here, I'm just gonna start doing this. I'm gonna run and just jump over this one. Then I'll sit in the middle here. Then I'll run and do the same thing. I'm pretty sure the shiny would really stick out. Like, I probably don't need to be checking how thorough I am. But after 2 hours, I don't really know what I'm doing. It's hard to see when they're underwater. This little fish is causing me so much anxiety for no reason. Like, what? Why? It's using its psychic powers to stress me out. It's not that stressful. It's just kind of crazy. I mean, this when you shiny hunt enough, this occasionally happens, you know. This is bound to happen to everyone. I wish I could just like picnic on the rock. That'd be kind of cool. Ay, ay, ay. Why is this fish so elusive? How much time do I got left on this? 7.5 minutes. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I could do another half hour of this. This is just a nightmare. How is it just not gonna spawn in? This thing's trying to stop me. It was like, you cannot attack my friend. What? Again, I'm just kind of impressed that I haven't found a shiny. Like, not that we'll always reap a shiny every sandwich we make. Yes, it rains. It is a somber day. I'm not crying, that's just the rain. Goodness. See, look how laggy it is now that it's raining. Nightmare. Well, this could have been cool, getting some rain. It just ends up making this more of a struggle. Come on, just spawn in a shiny already, game. Like, what do I have to do to get this shiny? The frame rate is making me want to just, like, go to bed. It's like sucking my energy just staring at it. Please, rain, just stop. Fortunately, you're not helping. What is my guess why Zero Aura can't be in Scarlet and Violet? That's a good question. You know, the mythicals don't really play much part in competitive, so it must just be like a choice from Gamefreak. Like, it probably doesn't even have like a logical answer. Because it doesn't really make sense. It's not like you could pick mythical Pokemon for the current restricted formats for VGC. Mythical Pokemon are banned, and Zero Aura is a mythical. It doesn't really make sense. I mean, Melmetal technically too, right? Like, you can't use Melmetal in Scarlet and Violet. But the interesting thing is, there's actually an item in Scarlet and Violet that you can use to evolve Meltan to Melmetal. The metal alloy item that you get, that item actually you can use to evolve Meltan, but you can't actually put Meltan in this game. It's really weird. You're talking about reversal? Yeah, you're right. I could be reversal, it could be worse. true. Yeah. He really did spend that many years hunting that Pokemon, didn't he? It's not considered a legendary though. It's considered a mythical Pokemon. If you look it up, it's considered mythical. Which just means it's in a different category than legendary typically. It doesn't mean it's not like strong or it's not like legendary stats. It's just that it's a Pokemon that is considered mythical. Same with like Zarude. So there's never ever a competitive format that mythical Pokemon are allowed. So Pokemon like Mew, Jirachi, Celebi, they never see competitive play in a serious, you know, manner because they're never allowed. During Sword and Shield though, the end of the competitive cycle, like pretty much they released See, look, there are shinies that exist. I'm gonna catch this. This will be my... This will be my, my... What's the word? What's the word I'm trying to think of? Like, it's not, it's like not... Like, it's like my participation award. I can't think of the word. This is not what I wanted, but at least I got something. Alright. Oh, it actually kind of... Oh, wow. Wait a second. Google is wrong, dude. Go to Cerebi. I'm telling you. I know it's a mythical Pokemon, trust me. Because what I was trying to say is, they had a format in Sword and Shield that allowed mythical Pokemon to be used on the competitive ladder for the very first time. So you could use Zeraora for the first time competitively in a legal format. That was made from the company. I promise. If it was considered legendary, then it would have been an option in the restricted format during Sword and Shield, which you couldn't use it. Well, I'm gonna search it myself, actually. Zeraora. Zeraora is an electric-type mythical Pokemon introduced during Generation 7 in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. There you go. And it is technically from that generation, even though they introduced it during Sword and Shield through Home. Alright, I got the Executor at least. Yeah, I was about to say that I realized it had Wood Hammer after I used False Swipe. Alright. Finally, I got something at least. And it was at the end of the sandwich. Honestly... I'm gonna try one more time. Let me just see this Executor. I'm gonna look at it a little bit to give me some inspiration. Alright, well I got something at least. Goodness gracious, like... Let me just save. I don't know. It's almost been 3 hours? All for this? All for this little Pokemon. This thing is causing me that much problems? That's actually crazy. I didn't even realize it's been that long. I don't know. Like, this game feels like it's trolling me. It gave me that Executor, like, right at the end of that sandwich. See what I'm saying, though? Like, I feel like, for how much I've been running around this little lake, I feel like I would have seen more shiny Pokemon. Oh no. Oh gosh. I'm debating if I want to make a sandwich or not. Like, I feel so bad, like, ending my stream not even getting the Bruxish, but it's been, like, almost 3 hours. Here I am, like, still checking, even without the sandwich boost. Here, how about this? I think I have a banana downstairs that I can, like, snack on to hold me over until I can make some lunch. How about I go eat this banana real quick? I don't know, should I... Do you think... Here, I'll give you the option as the viewer. I go eat this banana real quick and I try one more sandwich to see if I can get the Bruxish. Or do I just sign off here and accept defeat in this shiny hunt until next time? If option 1 you want me to stay and hunt until I get the shiny Bruxish, press 1 in the chat. 2, if you don't mind, if you think I should just take a break. 1, if you want me to stay and hunt. 2, if you think the Bruxish won the day. Like, legitimately, this little thing. I was like, is that a Pokemon? It actually is a time pole. I was like, wait, what? I thought it was just like a glimmer. Eat the banana. Does sound good. I'm just getting hungry. That's the main reason why I'm kind of like, you know. you know how it is when you get hungry. You just kind of like start getting irritable. And I was kind of alluding that my breakfast wasn't as fulfilling because I dropped half of it on the floor. Score 1 me. You know what? How about that? How about this? I'm gonna try one more half hour, but I'm gonna go eat this. What'll do is, since this music in the back has been raining on our ears, I'm gonna put back on some other music, and I'll actually have to. Oops. So it doesn't sound weird to you. I'll be right back. Give me just like a minute or two. I'm gonna get some water also. How am I hungry? I just ate this. It just went right through me. You know? Yeah, I appreciate you tuning in today. I don't know, I just feel like determined. Even though I'm like kind of like getting to my wit's end here with this Bruxish. I feel like wrong. I feel there's like something wrong ending the stream before I actually get that shiny. And getting that Executor kind of gave me hope. A little bit. You know, like false hope. So, yeah, just give me a second. You just found a shiny. What did you find? That's awesome. Congratulations. Thank you for your patience. Alright, let me pause this music. Honestly, can I turn off the in-game music? Oh yeah. We should just listen to this. What am I doing? That's better. That way, get some variety here. You got a shiny Grookey. That's awesome. Congratulations. That's a cool one. Alright. Please be the sandwich that gets me the Bruxish. Okay. Beautiful graphics. There we go. Did you save before though? This fish has been a nightmare. This will be my last sandwich of the stream though, because I really just, I don't know. This thing is like straight up. Oh no. Oh yeah, maybe that's why. I don't know actually. I never did the Hoopa raids and go. Just jumped into the trap. There you go. Yeah, at least the music kind of switches things up a bit for the stream. I don't know why I forgot that we can mute the in-game music like that. You got back in the game, monkey is not there? It should be, if you saved in front of it. It should still spawn in. Bruxish. I like how after all that time I found a random Executor out of everything. If you maybe try restarting again, if you saved right in front of it. Also make sure that all the spawns load in as well. I really hope I get it this time. It's been such a long hunt. When I saw this outbreak, I thought this would just be an easy, like, a very easy hunt. To be fair, sometimes these bodies of water where they have outbreaks in are not optimal for whatever is spawning there. But this is not that case. This is actually a pretty good spot for Bruxish. I feel like even just coming here naturally to hunt Bruxish would be a good idea. But yeah. Even with this boost from the outbreak, doesn't seem to be reaping any results. It's not there still? That's odd, yo. I don't know what happened then. You sure everything loaded in? Is it like stuck in a wall or something like that? I'm not really sure what could have happened to the Faroki Shiny. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, if you have autosave on, and it saved after it died, that could have maybe happened. Like, were you intentionally hunting something? Or what, was it just random? Autosave is off. Yeah, I don't know what happened. seems odd. Sorry for that misfortune. Minutes left. This is insane that this fish is so well hidden. I probably don't even have to leave the lake. I could probably just like keep circling around the outskirts like this. You may have, but like how? That would be really unfortunate. I haven't had something like that happen to me before. Come on. Where are you, Bruxish? Just... Wow. That's rough. That actually almost happened to me with Exeggutor here, with the wood hammer. I mean, I did save before also, but luckily I caught mine before it did the dirty deed. Oh my goodness, yo. Why is this fish just not spawning? This fish. wonder if I missed it. Like, I wonder if one spawned in at one point and I just didn't see it. The song is hard though. Like, see how sometimes they spawn in, like, right as I'm leaving? I wonder if occasionally those have been shinies. I'm sure it happens to everyone. Like, you never actually can see it. But... $16. Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, sometimes you don't know they have a move like that. You know? Like like a recoil move, or something like explosion. Like, I didn't know Exeggutor was gonna have Wood Hammer also, for example. And it could have knocked itself out. It's okay, I wouldn't feel too bad about it. Were you actually hunting it, or was it just like a random shiny, by the way? Yeah, quick ball, like... I think the main reason why you might be using something like False Swipe is maybe you're trying to use like a special ball to catch it in, right? That's pretty much the same approach I go as well. Random. Oh my gosh, that's like, I mean, that's such a cool random shiny to find too. I understand your pain. It'll be okay. Dude, this Bruxish is like... why? Why is this thing straight up not want to spawn in China? I had to suffer in this water all this time. Wait, is that it? Oh my gosh! I finally found it! There it is. After all this time, I finally found it. You gave up yesterday hunting for it. Oh my gosh, I finally found this. Alright, I'm gonna try to catch this in a cool ball. Yo, I should just catch it in a Master Ball. Yeah, why not? I'm never gonna use these. There was no reason to even false swipe here. I'm just gonna catch it into a Master Ball because this thing has been such a nightmare to find. Nice. That way it'll look like I genned this shiny. Oh, wow. But I think this is a physical attacker anyways, right? Yeah. I would want to run physical on this. I was gonna say, like, it's kind of crazy it has no good attack, but... yeah. Let me see if it has any marks on it. Nah. Alright, there we go. Let's bring it up. There it is. Thank you. It does look like a clown for sure. I really wanted this because it's just like kind of like psychedelic colors. It's kind of cool. But also this Pokemon can get some play occasionally in the double battles. Thank you so much. I finally got it after all that. So now, I'm just gonna finish up the rest of the sandwich and then I'm gonna head off. So I got like 11 minutes on it. Yeah, I finally got it, Lucario. Finally. After all that time. Thankfully. Yeah, we could trade. If you make the code, I'll trade with you. Pretty much, it doesn't, at this point, I don't really care if I get another shiny on this sandwich. I got my target finally. And I caught it in a worthy ball as well. Inkay though, I don't know if I need it. I'm pretty sure I have one from where do they spawn at though? Maybe I'll head over there. I think I have one from Go, but I might actually need an extra. I mean, I could just run around and see what spawns in. Oh my gosh. There's a second one here now. Are you serious? After 3 hours of hunting this, I find another one in like less than a couple minutes. Yo, I'm gonna catch this one in a Master Ball too. There we go. Why not? What the heck? Now it's just pumping shinies out. It's like, now that I've had your attention this long. No marks on this one either. They look like these are not real. Unless if I didn't have video evidence of me catching these both in Master Balls, they just look like they're genned. And I love that for them. This is from God, he said. God himself. Arceus. Here, let me, I'll go online and trade with you real quick. That was insane. See how noticeable it is, though? So I definitely just was not seeing one. You know what? If I connect to the internet, it might actually remove this outbreak. Which is fine, because I'm already done with it. Yeah, there's that Embor raid announcement. Let me go to link trade. Hit that like button for getting Shiny Bruxish. It took me a while. Got a random Exeggutor along the way. And then that happened. I'm gonna say, can you give me a guess on the typing at least? Can you tell me what type it is? Is it a... I'm actually gonna head off, though, Shiny Ducky. But later this week, either maybe Wednesday, I might go live again. Depending, either tomorrow or Wednesday. Yeah, I'll give you one of my Combi emails. I'll give you the impish one. It's a ghost. It's a Shuppet. Oh, Chandelier. That's cool. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I was saying, like, I wasn't even planning on streaming this long. I need to go make myself some lunch. But I am gonna probably, either tomorrow or Wednesday will be my next stream. I'd be down to do a Union Circle. That'd be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna head off after this trade, actually. Very cool. Appreciate that trade, Lucario. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for tuning in today's video. The Sass Squad's getting stronger each and every day. You have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're tuning in. And I will catch you in the next one. And if you are watching on YouTube, please hit that like button on the way out. And thanks again for tuning in. I really appreciate the support. Take care, friends.